Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, world. Welcome to a sad episode of Ball Don't Lie. You don't even know why I said that, do you?
Because it's 70?
Yeah, it's not 69 anymore.
Well, I mean, we've already covered that.
Can we make it 69 2.0?
We could try. But we're going to have to hit 70 at some point.
I mean, we don't. 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. I didn't make that. So going back at it, somebody at work said, you didn't make that. He goes, I thought you were making a lot of 69 references. I was like, I thought that as soon as the show ended.
So yeah, but at the same time, we are a family show.
Sarky, you're never too young for 69 jokes. Come on now. You admit it. Admit it. That was the first thing one of our sponsors texted me saying, oh my gosh, it's the 69th episode. And we only made 5 references to the number 69. Shame on us.
We call this maturity, though.
We're not. We're guys. Sorry, I think when somebody farts, it's still funny. Like, come on, man. Guys are the most immature people in the face of this world. I don't care how old you are. You're 69 or a testicle joke is still the funniest thing ever. You see, you can admit that. You look at me. You cannot deny this. Don't say it's not that. Stop it. It is funny. I know your grandfather-in-law is probably listening to this right now, thinking, "Oh gosh,
yep,
my granddaughter married this crazy
about to be
guy."
kicked out of my family.
No, I probably don't get blackballed from all snarky things going forward.
Because my mother listens to this as well, so
Mama T loves me.
She does love me, though. That's very true.
And I don't know why. Most people don't, and I honestly can't blame them. Right now, I'm pouring myself a Dr. Pepper. I forgot I had it in here last night because I was scrambling. I got home late from work. I was scarfing down dinner, and I was making a guest appearance on the B Team pod. I was like, oh my gosh. Of course, I said, Courtney, bring me a Dr. Pepper. She brought me the liter, and she brought me a cup. So
there you go. Well, I'm sitting here with
lemon. Hey, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Absolutely. I'm sitting here looking at a jug of sweet tea. I'm about to help myself too.
But folks, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Literally a lot.
We have a good show tonight.
We say that every week. It's probably not a good show, but people are still coming back for it. And it's not for the 69 references because we don't make enough. I got to throw it in there at some point every time now. Did you have a good 4th of July?
Yeah, it was all right. My mom and dad came in town and we hung out.
I'm sorry, 10 fingers and toes.
Yeah, we escaped with all 20 digits, so we're good.
Let me tell you what, man. My wife was out of town. Missed my wife and kid like crazy. Let me tell you what, though. The quietest this house has ever been. And I loved every second of it.
Yeah, my wife was out of town last week, I think, last full week, and I didn't know what to do.
The best thing ever now is like I can walk around out nowhere and not feel like ashamed of it. I can control my TV again.
There you go.
There's no Disney musicals, no Miss Rachel. It's whatever I want to watch. And whatever I want to eat for dinner. We had pizza. Back to back night. We had leftover. We had pizza on Friday. Leftovers on Sunday.
Hey, that's the way to do it. You're saving money.
I try to be. Think smart. Work less. But I think we got a pretty good show in store tonight. Let's hit it off. Did you watch? I already said that, but did you watch Joey Chestnut?
Absolutely, I watched Joey Chestnut.
Good God, man. If you're not watching that on 4th of July, you're un-American.
You might as well be British.
16 straight championships.
Yes. The man is the GOAT for a reason.
62 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
And that was a massive down year for him. His record is 76. And he said he's running it back next year for the record.
Did you see? You saw I got delayed on that because I was ready at 11 o'clock. I got back from the grocery store, turned it on, and said whether or not I said crap.
Yep.
So brother, they're like, hey, we may actually have to cancel this year.
And apparently, they did cancel it for about 10 minutes, and I was upset.
No, they were talking about like canceling the whole day.
Yeah.
So Joey Chestnut looked around the room with the Mamba look. He had that fire in his eye, like John Morant used to say, and said, F it, guys, let's go.
Hey.
Got the entire group out with Lizzie Glizzies, which one of the best names out there. And won a 16 straight mustard belt. Folks, I get it. We did not see Michael Jordan in his prime.
No.
We saw Tiger Woods in his prime. We were too young to know what we saw.
We were too young to appreciate Tiger.
We missed out on Richard Petty in his prime for our NASCAR people.
Yeah, we did.
We missed out on Wayne Gretzky.
Yep.
We missed out on Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, sorry. I don't want to say Troy Smith.
We saw Troy Smith.
And we were too young to see Troy Smith. We were in like 6th, 7th grade. Aikman, Emmett Smith, Walter Payton, Tom Brady. We saw him in his prime. But man, we are witnessing the best. And Michael Phelps, of course.
And Michael Phelps, absolutely.
We are witnessing the best thing ever.
Yes. Joey Chestnut can make an argument for the greatest athlete in the country.
He's literally, if you combine Tom Brady and John Daly together, you get Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
So Joey Chestnut ate 62 hot dogs. That was right under 18,000 calories. He consumed, listen to this, 49,000 milligrams of sodium. That is 20,408% over your daily value.
Ooh.
His cholesterol was 1,800 milligrams he consumed. And here's the best thing, Starkey. You know what he said afterwards? Y'all want to go drink? No, he said, y'all want to go drink? I got plenty of room.
That's crazy.
He went to a bar. And then I didn't know this, so my boss was telling me today. He said, man, I was listening to a podcast, and he goes, they said Joey Chestnut one time went out and drinking with some people, like the ball store people. He drank 25 pints of beer.
That's wild.
They went to a pub, and he was getting them by the pint and just downing them. So me, you, we'd be slot. We'd be dead.
Yes, absolutely.
John Daly would be probably struggling.
Yes.
Joey Chestnut then said, y'all want to do shots? And then they said he started just drinking pure vodka. We are witnessing that is the best athlete. This guy.
And knowing him, it probably, the normal effect that alcohol sequence has on people probably didn't even affect him.
You know, I feel sorry for this toilet afterwards. Like I asked my wife that. I was like, I'm like, what do you think he does? Do you think he just like goes to the bathroom and like takes laxatives afterward? Like, I mean, we're going down a dark. Like now we're just getting disgusting here, but we're already down at Starkey. Do you think he takes like lax? Like, do you think they pump him up with stuff to get that out of the system? Like pull him full of IVs or give him laxatives and all to get him out? Or do you think they just say, hey, you go? Here's the best thing. I like it when he used to weigh himself before and afterwards.
Yeah.
And like you see his gut like before, like he's a decent sized guy. I think he's like 210, 220 maybe. He's like 230 afterwards.
Yeah.
So we'll get into a topic here in a minute, but man, Joey Chestnut, I would love to eat a hot dog with that guy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I remember I saw him on a Mr. Beast video. It was eating like the world's largest pizza. It was Mr. Beast and his crew of 4 people, him and 3 other people, against Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut ate his 3XL pizza by himself before Mr. Beast and them even got halfway. And they went over there and started helping them eat.
That's crazy.
That's a gift I wish I had. Like the endless gut. God, must be
I feel
nice.
like in high school I probably could have had it, but
he still has it. What do you mean?
that's what I'm saying. He has something now that I might have had in high school. It's insane.
If my daughter dated him in high school and she broke up with him, I'd be pissed off. If let's say Harper, let's say Joey, my daughter said, "Hey, here's the guy I'm dating. He wants to be a professional eater when he grows up." I said, "You're an idiot. You need to leave him." How do you think that daughter feels? How do you feel like that the dad feels now? That his kid literally missed out on marrying a 16-time mustard belt champion.
That's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. The funny thing is, like, everybody goes to these competitions and they know they're going to lose to him.
Yeah. I don't know why they even bother to show up. I mean, I guess if you use the Little Rascals mentality, 99 times out of 100, you're probably going to get beat, but there's always that one time. But not against Joey Chestnut.
I mean, I guess they keep thinking maybe that Kobayashi's going to come. Remember, Kobayashi was the last guy to win before Joey.
And he got banned.
What did he get banned for?
I looked this up the other day. I honestly don't think they gave a reason. But a lot of people were saying that Nathan's was mad, or the Professional Eating Association, whatever that is, was mad that Chestnut was getting beaten, and they needed a reason to let Joey keep going, so they just banned Kobayashi. I've never heard an official reason why Kobayashi got banned, but I think that was almost 10 years ago.
So the last time Joey Chestnut lost was 2015 to Matt Stoney. Dude, we're witnessing a legend. But let's jump into some other news. Big 3 season started. For folks that don't know, the Big 3 is probably one of the best sporting things you could ever go to. And they're coming to Memphis next week, and I'm actually thinking of going.
Okay.
Tickets are only $40 a piece, and I can justify that.
Yeah.
And a local legend just signed.
Yep.
Tony Allen is freaking back. And so what it is, you're basically playing 3-on-3 half-court basketball. I think it's like first to 70 wins.
Something like that.
They divide it up in half. I think it's like 75, or I think it's 70 or 75. They divide it up in halves. Like first one of this 30, it's halftime, and after that they play, and it's make it take it. Dude, it's so awesome. Ice Cube's always at every event
because he's like the president of it. He's the one who started.
He's one of the founders of it. Yeah, it's a big deal. And here's the thing: like, a bunch of these no-name NBA guys, and you got some well-known guys that are in it. Like Steven Jackson's in it. He's been in it forever. Rashad Lewis, if you remember him back from the Magic when they were making those title run, making that title run with Dwight. Yeah, Hito Turkoglu. Man, they got a bunch of ballers in there.
Oh yeah.
So I challenge you to find a team. I found a team. I'm gonna go mine first here.
Go for it.
Man, I'm going with the Enemies.
Okay.
Now I'm sorry. The Enemies are my backup team, but the Enemies are stacked as well.
Yes, they are.
Let me tell you some guys who they got, Starkey. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Mr. Swaggy P.
I love it.
Mr. Isaiah Austin, for those that don't remember, he was the guy that was supposed to be a top draft pick back in 2014, either 2013 or 14. Come to find out, he had man-friend syndrome when his body was fighting itself. And he also, put it this way, the guy had been a first-round draft pick. He only had one eye. No one knew that until halfway through the season.
Really?
Like the public. Yeah. The guy was like a glass eye in one eye.
I didn't realize
And it was
that.
almost he would have been like a stretch big before that was like popular. Elijah Stewart, never really heard of him. Quincy Miller was a bust from Baylor. It's supposed to be like a massive center. He sucked. And then Jordan Crawford.
Yep.
You remember him? What is he famous for? You don't know. I know.
I know. I remember the name.
It happened at I'm thinking of Jamal Crawford too. I'm getting confused with that.
Okay.
He played at Xavier. He's known for dunking on somebody at a camp.
Who
Do
did he
you
dunk on?
know? LeBron! And then he beat LeBron in a 1v1. And they're coached by Mr. Gilbert Arenas. Here's the thing. Do you think when he comes to Memphis, they're gonna make him go through the metal detector?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Can we get him and Ja like teaming up together, just hanging out a little?
Absolutely not.
Shooters, hey, let them get a little dice game going.
Or how about we don't? How about we just keep them as separate as possible?
What's the worst that could happen? They pull a gun on each other. Both of them are changed, Starkey.
Hopefully.
But my team that I'm going with is Three's Company.
Okay. They were one of mine as well.
You always got to have a backup team. Three Companies is my main team. They have our boy Rico, Mr. Mario Chalmers, who, get this, I forgot he's from Alaska.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that. Mr. Brandon Rush.
Yep.
Hollis Thompson. They're coached by Mr. Michael Cooper, the legend himself. And they added Tony Allen last night.
Okay, see, I didn't realize that he's who
Tony Allen is part of Three's Company.
All right, well, there you go.
Oh, not done yet. And they have their best player.
Mr. Michael Beasley?
Dude, Michael, a guy that should have gone down, that had all the potential in the world to go down as the best player from the 2008 draft class.
100%.
And you could have made the argument he could have been a top player of all time if he would have kept his head on.
Yep.
Here's the thing. The guy just didn't want to play. He did, but he didn't.
Yep.
I remember he came out his first year in Miami, first 2 years, averaging 15 points. And then he got traded in the Minnesota trade for them getting LeBron. And then he dropped 19 points a game that year.
Yep.
And then after that, he kept getting moved back and forth. He just couldn't ever find out a legit role.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what, when he played and he actually had his head on straight, man, Michael Beasley was cold.
Oh, 100%.
Because I remember you actually had to make a legit argument back in the day. Was it going Derrick Rose won? Or is it going Michael Beasley won? People were actually making that legit argument. So who are your teams for the big three?
So Three's Company was my backup. It was my initial, but I'm going to go with my backup here. I'm going to go keep the theme a little bit, but I'm going to go the Three-Headed Monsters.
Okay, who's on that team?
So it is captained by Mr. Rashard Lewis.
Love him.
Then we also got Kevin Murphy, Reggie Evans.
Oh, God, Reggie Evans going to fight somebody.
Jermaine Taylor. And our boy, Mr. Robert Dozier.
Robert freaking Dozier. That guy.
Coached by Reggie Theus.
That's not a bad squad right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely going to have no shooting on that team, but...
No. They're going to be scrappy, though.
Hear me out, though. I think if you look at it on paper, I think you cannot tell me Three's Company cannot make a good run. You got Mario Chalmers running it. Michael Beasley, if he's playing, if he's got his head on, I smoked that much pot that day because that was one of his big things back in the day.
Yep.
And then Tony Allen playing lockdown defense. I gotta get me a Three's Company Tony Allen jersey.
If you can find a Jitty Hustle jersey, I guarantee you somewhere you can find a Tony Allen jersey.
I was gifted the Contra jersey. My mom and dad bought me season tickets that year for Christmas for the Hustle. And COVID happened, shut the league down. So they said, hey, to keep our loyal season ticket holders together, what jersey do you want? I said, man, I kind of want a Dusty Hannahs jersey. But I was like, no. I want that John Contra. Dude, it's a 46. Give me that all day. So I said, I told the lady, I was like, yeah, give me a John Contra if I can get one. Next thing I know, she goes, here you go. Got it sent to my mail. He never wore it, though. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
So it's not game worn, but it's... Sorry, I hit my screen. I hit my thing there. So, man, Big Three, it's on Fox Sports. Dude, I love it.
But is Tony going to wear number 9?
What was his number? What was he, 24 at... So he was 42 at... in Boston. He was 9 with the Grizzlies. I think he was 10 with the Pelicans, which just still hurts me to say. He was 24 at OK State. And then what was he with the Pelicans?
Let's see.
He was 24 with the Pelicans.
Okay.
So I think you're either going to get 24 or 24 or 9.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go. I wonder if my wife will. Yeah, she'll probably let me go. Or should I just do first and ask for forgiveness later? Before let's jump into our next segment. Dude, what are your thoughts on? Do an ad read because I feel like your ad read here actually kind of fits in with where we're going, and you don't know where I'm going yet. This is a surprise topic.
Yeah, I really don't know where you're going. So
hit me with the ad read.
So with this, tough times happen to all of us, right? So, but we love you guys and we want to help. So we have partnered with BetterHelp to give you the help that you need if you find yourself going through a rough time. Maybe you're just in a really dark place right now. We don't want that for anybody. So our friends at BetterHelp we've partnered with them. They are a 100% online therapy company. You can talk to your therapist via phone, via video chat, phone call, text message, whatever it is. They want to help you however they can, however best fits you. If you don't like your therapist, you can change therapist with the touch of a button. They're 100% online, so it's easy access, everything like that. Use our website, our URL, betterhelp.com/ball-don't-lie. That's betterhelp.com/ball-don't-lie, all lowercase, no apostrophe, for 10% off your first month of therapy with our friends at BetterHelp.
So, great. And this is perfect timing. How about what happened Friday at Old Espen?
Yes, I've forgotten about that.
Where I was going.
Well done, sir. Yeah, the layoffs that happened up in Bristol were terrible.
And here's the thing: no one saw them coming.
No, we knew. Well,
you woke up that morning and you saw okay, apparently people are about to get let go today. You're like, okay, you start seeing it on Twitter, who's getting let go? Keyshawn was one of the first. You're like, whoa, I like Keyshawn.
I had a feeling that Keyshawn and Max Kellerman were going to be out the door because they announced, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, that ESPN was canceling Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
They never should have gotten rid of Golick and Golick. Or
Mike
Golick
and
and
Mike.
Wingo. And Golick and Wingo was great. I like Mike and Mike was great, but then Mike Greenberg wanted more. He wanted to do away with radio.
And now what's he doing in the afternoon? He's hosting his own radio show.
How about that? And Golick's retired, and then Trey Ringo got fired.
Yeah.
But man, yeah. So Keyshawn gone. Max Kellerman's been one of their big face guys for a hot minute.
Yeah. Oh, back in his first take days with Stephen A. Smith.
And then before that, Sports Nation.
I forgot about
old Marcus Wiley.
Yeah, and Michelle Beadle.
I used to watch the crap out of Sports Nation.
Yeah.
Back like when Colin Howard was on it.
Oh, yeah.
And Michelle Beadle.
Yeah.
That's when you know how far back you go. And then you see Van Gundy gets let go. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then after that, Susie Culper. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Your host of Monday Night Football gets let go. Steve Young, that one hurt. But
He'll be fine.
I mean, his great-grandfather founded a church.
Yeah.
And BYU.
Yep.
I know he founded a BYU. I'm sorry, but who was the college basketball guy got let go? He's got like a nerd name. Who else? You see all those names get dropped. You're like, wait, what?
I'll tell you the one that hurt me the most. One of my favorite game day guys.
McShay.
Okay, well, McShay too.
That one hurt the most. I liked McShay more than Mel Kiper.
David Pollock hurt me. I was offended when I read about David Pollock.
Because you had what was it? You had one job. That was he had his own segment.
Yes.
So a lot of people are making speculation. It's because of Pat McAfee coming aboard.
Yep.
And then
they're about to drop a bag on Pat.
And then they already did. And then there's rumors that they are trying to get old Shannon Sharp.
Please no.
It's going to be him and Stephen A. Smith on what is it? What is the show? I don't ever watch it. On First Take, yeah. I will blow my brains out if him and Stephen A. Smith get a show together.
Yeah. Also, one that's a little bit less known, but connection to our local area, Jason Fitz was also let go.
Fitz got let go?
Yeah, Fitz got let go. Former host of Spain and Fifth, and then every Monday he has a weekly segment with Jason and John. So yeah, but yeah, they let Fitz go.
I want to know do they give them an opportunity to redo their contracts, or they just say, "Hey, yeah, you're out"?
I think it was just a pink slip.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Half of them will go to Fox and NBC and all that.
Yeah.
And then FanDuel's trying to get people to get their own thing. Because apparently, from what I was reading, it's going to be a bidding war between ESPN and FanDuel for Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because ever since Pat McAfee left, they need somebody to fill that hole. Yeah.
You want to know one of the most awkward timing ones? A little bit of a fun fact for you. I read this one on Twitter.
Let's go.
Ashley Brewer, SportsCenter anchor, was one of the staff members that got let go. She announced on Twitter, and then she goes, "Oh, and guess what? I'm getting married next week."
Ooh. I bet she invited her boss to the wedding after he fired her. Guess he won't be there.
Probably not.
She'll find a new job. It's just wild, though, man. I still miss the old Monday Night Football days. It hasn't, to me, Monday Night Football, get you let go of Stephen A. Smith and Susie Culper. Man, Monday Night Football, though, hasn't been the same since Chris Berman.
Yep.
Who's that other guy though? I can't think of his name. Chris Carter. Who? It was. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was Boomer.
Boomer. Who else was it? Boomer. Dude, I can't.
I'm blanking.
I'll know it for next week. Because I used to make that a point to get to just go back to like literally rush home and watch it.
But thank the Lord we still have the Manning cast.
For now. I'll find it. I can't remember who it is. It's going to bother me. I'll have it for next week. But let's jump into our next subject, though. Free agency happened.
Yes, it did.
Before that happened, folks, we have an ad read.
Let's do it.
Dylan Brooks will now be shooting more bricks from all over the country now.
Yep, he will.
With these bricks falling all over near our houses, you gotta make sure your home is structurally sound. Whether you're getting ready to buy or sell a home in the Memphis or Tennessee area, Mitch, I think it's time you get. You might want to go ahead and get Texas added to the home. It's
time to get licensed in Texas because you're gonna have a lot of
houses are gonna get destroyed there. Folks, use Mitchell James supports the patio home inspecting needs. Mitchell James is now the employee of the month for 36 straight months. They now do sewers as well, sewer systems at your places.
I saw that on Facebook. I was going to mention that. He now does sewer inspections.
He now does sewer inspections, folks. We love him. We've been saying it now for 69.2 episodes. Use Mitchell James. Hit us with the trade line, Starkey. Come on now.
Like the Grizzlies have called Ja in about 25 games. Call Mitch.
Hey, there we go. Too soon, though. It's never too soon, though. This is still pissing me off. Dude, stupid money getting thrown around.
Yes. The first night, I believe it was Friday when it opened, $1.5 billion was thrown around the first day.
So let's go ahead and hit the Grizzlies real fast. Just get that one out of the way.
Yep.
Grizzlies climbing in true climbing fashion, man of his word, said literally after draft night, said, hey, don't expect anything big. And we had nothing big.
Yeah.
He's like, it's going to be a quiet he's like, we're not making any splash moves. You're like, you're thinking about it, like, yeah, because you like climb and spend a lot of money and trades getting Zaire,
yep,
Roddy, and LaRavia.
Yep.
He's going to let those three develop and see what he's got. And then if they don't work out, we're going to trade them and see what else we can get, maybe. Mm-hmm. So, and you saw, like, right before it, you saw Harrison Barnes went off the table, and I was like, crap, because that was the guy everyone kept saying, hey, Grizzlies, mid-level exception.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. So it went by, you saw some small forwards go off the board, you're like, oh, crap. Starkey, what are we doing? And then about 10 o'clock that night, you had breaking news.
Yep.
I was asleep. Grizzlies, in the words of Diddy and whoever, Skylar Grace, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Derrick Rose is coming back. The prodigal son returns. And let me tell you what, man, this is a great redemption tour.
Absolutely it is.
He's not retiring yet, but this makes for a great story when we win the title this year.
I would be shocked because we signed him to a 2-year, I believe it's $20 million. Or vet minimum. 2 years, $12 million deal. This is his year 34 season. This is his age 34 season. He'll be almost 36 by the time the contract is up. I would be shocked if he doesn't retire a Grizzly.
Dude, I'll be shocked if he makes it through the season.
I think he'll play because Zach, when they announced the signing, Zach said that he anticipates he'll be on the court a lot and he's going to be huge in the locker room. Now, come
everyone
I don't think you'll see the court, but he'll definitely play in the regular season.
No, he'll see the court during the 25 games Ja's out.
Yeah. And then after that, I think he'll be more of a locker room, back of the bench guy.
Well, so if you think about it, so they literally said, hey, we want to play him and we want to use him as a locker room. Bruh, Derrick Rose can look at the court and say, I'm going to tear my ACL.
Yeah.
And I love Derrick Rose. Here's the thing. I'm glad he's coming home finally. But here's the thing. He's not playing. But the thing is, you don't need him to play.
No.
During those 25 games, you have Marcus Smart, who can play point guard. You have Bane, you have Kennard, and you have Giddey, all can play point.
Yep.
You have 4 guards that can run the ball at the court and set up everybody. And here's the thing, too. You got wings now. You have 3 good young wings that we are developing. This is literally Zaire's make it year along with Jake and Roddy. Or not Roddy and Jake yet, but Zaire's make it break it year.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll get into Jake here in a later tonight. The 2 other guys, Jake and Roddy, here in a minute. But man, you're literally putting all your eggs and relying on those 3 guys to be your wings. Because, hear me out, you cannot roll a team of Ja, Bane, and Marcus out there. That is 3 guys under 6'6". Granted, 1 guy can guard the 1 through the 4.
Yeah.
But I don't like you're giving up a lot of wingspan. I don't like it. But, hey, I'm happy Derrick Rose is back. It's Ja's redemption tour, him trying to get his life back on track. You have 2 reigning defensive player of the years.
Yep.
And Derrick Rose, the prodigal child of Memphis, is coming back home. Tell me that doesn't tell you for ESPN 60 for 60.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think, man, when we bring the Larry O'Brien trophy down on Bill Street, I think I don't think you let Ja hold it. I don't think you let Bane hold it. You don't let Jaren hold it. You let Derrick hold it.
Okay.
He's our Udonis Haslem. I like it. I think it's more of a Ja signing than anything.
Yeah.
Because Ja has said forever he's modeled his game after Derrick Rose, and he looks up to him. You got Marcus Smart, who's going to be the bulldog in there. Mm-hmm. You got Derrick. I can see Derrick kind of being the nice guy, the good cop. Marcus bad cop, Derrick good cop. You're literally surrounding Ja with 2 veteran leaders. If Ja can't listen to him, he won't listen to anybody.
Right.
In the words of Tyga, instead of he don't want to be saved. Don't save him. But it's a good locker room signing though.
The Derrick Rose signing is was actually big enough to bring Ja out of his social media hiatus. And every time he's tweeted so far, he's used the guy like meditating emoji. So hopefully that means Ja's getting his head on straight off the court right now.
So answer me this. Do you think will you buy a Derrick Rose jersey?
I'm contemplating.
Come on,
like
man.
you said, it's not gonna be any
DH.
No, this is
the $110 jersey from Nike.
I'm thinking about it. I really am.
Do it. The local kid. I'm buying one. I've already told myself I am buying one.
Because they're already up right now at the Grizz Den.
They have a few. Not a lot. They only have a few. They're only in the away jerseys. I'm waiting to see what the city jerseys come out this year, and then I'll probably get a Derrick Rose city jersey. My thing is, I'm like, crap, man. I still got to get a Bane jersey.
I'm shocked you don't have one yet.
Well, I tried to get one last year in the Bane jersey, but they sold out. So I got Jaren. Which I'm not mad about.
And can we just talk about, just for a second, how full circle it really is. That Derrick Rose is wearing 23 like he did at Memphis.
So I thought so. A guy at work, we were talking about that at Saturday. A bunch of us from work went out, and I didn't know. We were talking about like what jersey he's going to wear. Me and my guy Marty were talking about. I was like, man, I don't think he's going to wear one. I said honestly, I think he'd wear 25 from the Simeon days, because that's like the historic jersey or what prestigious. Sorry,
Yeah,
prestigious jersey at Simeon. Like it's after the kid that died. I can't think of his name. He was like supposed to be. Who was it? So that was his jersey in high school, and they said that's what he wanted to wear at Memphis, but it was taken. So he chose 20. He chose. Benji Wilson. There you go, Benji Wilson. That guy was supposed to be the next Magic Johnson with a jump shot.
Oh wow!
So that's why 20 and 25 is like the. So like if you're like the best player on the team, you get like Kendrick Nunn wore 25, Jabari Parker wore 25, D Rose wore 25, other guys. So it's a pretty. You don't go there and wear 25 unless you're going to the league.
Yeah.
So I thought he was gonna wear that, but now he said 23. Here's my thing: is do you think at his press conference somebody's going to ask him, "Hey, Derrick, have you thought about the free throws from Memphis in your years away from here?"
I'm wondering when the press conference is going to be.
It'll probably be after Summer League. Can I just say also, I still have a lot of hatred towards Derrick Rose for that game. All you had to do was foul him. All you had to do was foul.
That wasn't D Rose's fault though. That came from the top.
Basketball IQ. Dude, no, listen, my dad literally got back in from China like at 2:00 that afternoon. Was asleep, woke up for it. Came downstairs. He said, "Hey, like we were winning the second half." He's like, "Hey, get in the car. We're going to Bill Street." I said, "Wait, what?" Like, "I got school tomorrow, Dad." He said, "It's fine." He goes, "You're gonna go celebrate a championship tonight in Memphis." I was like, 8th grade Jared was hyped.
I'm sure he was.
I didn't know.
Freshman year Dalton was getting there for sure.
So my mom had just dropped my sister off at the airport. My dad's like, "Hey, we're in the car." She goes, "Where are y'all going?" She's like, "We're going to Bill Street." Man, we got there, met up some of my dad's buddies at Silky's. We're getting hype, and then the shot happens.
Yep.
And then like you can hear a pin drop.
I remember it well.
On Bill Street, you can hear
it well.
And then next thing you know, like overtime comes, my dad later with 2 minutes left said, "Start walking to the car."
Yeah.
I was like, "What about the parade?" He said, "No parade tonight."
Nope.
And then I had to go to school sad. Because he told me earlier, he said, if the Tigers win, you get to miss school or go in late tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I literally got in the car and said, "Do I have to do it at Sorrel at 8 o'clock in the morning?" He said, "Yes." I said, "That's bull crap."
Like, it's not my fault.
So instead of going out at 11 o'clock, instead of going in at 11 o'clock like he told me to, I had to go in at 8 o'clock with my mom.
You were there for first period.
Yeah, I hated it. But let's do some winners and losers. Who's on your list? Let's go through your list.
Let's go.
Let's discuss
All
some
right.
big names, guys.
So my free agency winners and losers. First up, I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit here. I got to go the Lakers.
For a winner?
For a winner.
Hey, that's a good one, dude. They got a lot of good pieces back.
They did. They added Gabe Vincent.
I don't know if I like the Gabe one. I think he's a system guy there.
He's a steady, consistent guy though. He's a solid role player.
True.
And they got Taurean Prince.
Dude, I think that is their biggest steal.
And I want to say Taurean Prince was like a vet minimum deal, so they got him on the super cheap. And then they signed Cam Reddish, which obviously we know Cam Reddish has not had the career we thought he was going to.
Just say it, Starkey. Just quit being nice. Say it.
He's had a less than stellar beginning to his NBA career.
Just say it. This is his fourth team.
The dude's pretty trash.
It's his third team. No. Wait, four? Yeah, this is his fourth team.
Yeah, It's like the fourth team in 5 years.
Hawks, Knicks, Trailblazers, Lakers.
Yeah.
In 5 years.
Yeah, it's like his fourth team in 5 years.
I think the worst move the Lakers did was bring back D-Russ.
And I was getting that too. They also kept Austin Reeves. They kept Rui Hachimura, and they brought back D-Russ.
Did you hear you know how they got back? So Kevin O'Connor was talking about this on his podcast about how they got Austin Reeves back for cheap.
Mm-mm.
So apparently they were telling every team in the NBA, because Austin Reeves, restricted free agent, what that means, you can match any deal. You have 24 hours to match.
Yep.
Like, for example, Matisse Thybulle got an offer sheet from the Mavericks today for 3 years, $33 million. Trailblazers waited like 12 hours, matched it. Last year, you saw it with Ayton. Ayton got an offer from the Pacers and took it. And then next thing you know, the Suns matched it for cheaper money, exactly what they wanted. Anyway, so they could match any offer anybody made to them. See, they asked so they were telling people, hey, we're going to match, guys. Don't waste your time. We will match what y'all offer.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire NBA believed him. Explaining why the guy who was, a lot of people said was going to get $100 million only got a 54 million, sorry.
Yeah.
So stupid. They screwed my boy Reeves. Lakers won. Reeves is a loser, in my opinion, of this, just because he had no option.
But they did bring back Rui Hachimura.
Stop it. Get him out here, the Grizzly Killer. They got him on I think they kind of spent a little too much on him, but yeah.
But they had to do, they did what they had to do to keep their bench together.
And they added a guy that you don't really know, Jackson Hayes, had a ton of hype coming out of Texas.
Okay, see, I forgot they signed Jackson Hayes. It's another big man behind Davis. I mean, that's a great. He's a young big Ryan Davis. I don't think it's a bad deal at all.
And here's the thing, though, he's the original. AD will now have to play center,
which he should have been the entire time.
He should have been, but remember, he doesn't want to be a center.
He doesn't want to be the 5, no.
He does not want to get down in the paint and get body to body with people. Now he's got to do that for at least 70, probably about 60 to 70 games this year.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a hairline fracture somewhere in his eyebrow or something like that and be out. I mean, this is the guy that played 2K with himself and sprained his ankle the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's insane.
What are your thoughts on the Phoenix Suns?
I don't know.
Plus.
They did well. I don't know how they were able to afford. I mean, I know they're cheap contracts, but the way they were talking is they weren't going to be able to sign anyone, and they signed
go over the luxury tax, but they literally signed everybody to baby contracts. Like Yuta Watanabe, that's a great that is a KD guy. Right? KD made sure they got Yuta.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Yuta. Dude, I wish we could have kept him.
I do too. I would have loved to have kept Yuta. That
was my wife's favorite Grizzly and Hustle player. One of her favorite of all time. Just because that Hustle games, every time they scored, they go, yo! It'd be Soldier Boy doing it every time. And here's the thing, Yuta is completely fine being a role player.
He knows his role. He knows he's the definition of a team guy.
And then the most shocking one was Eric Gordon. I guess he's tired of playing in Houston.
I guess.
He freaking signs on a vet minimum 2 years, $6 million contract.
Yeah.
They re-signed Josh Okogie. Honestly, another sneaky one, Keita Bates-Diop. The guy had a very good season last year, shooting 40% from three, 9 points a game, starting to come in his own. Dude, they filled out a good bench. Now, granted, all their top guys are very injury prone, besides Ayton, who just sucks. But I was listening to this on the Bill Simmons podcast today. Would you do this? Would you trade Ayton for Miles Turner and TJ McCollum?
Probably.
I think it's a fair trade.
I think it's pretty fair.
I mean, Miles Turner only plays like 50 games a year.
Yeah.
It's about freaking injury prone. Another team I like, I think it's a good. I think they're one of my big winners. I love what the Clippers did.
Okay, I didn't have them.
The fact they got Russ back for like $6 or $8 million.
I think it was $8 million. They said he took the largest pay cut from one season to the next in NBA history.
Dude, and here's the thing: he's fine with that because Russ is the guy that he's literally. Bill Simmons described him as the break glass guy. Hey, Russ, Kawhi's not playing tonight. We need you to take 20 shots. Russ goes, okay.
I got you.
Hey, Paul George and Kawhi are out tonight. We need you to drop 30 points, get us 10 rebounds, and let's say 13 assists. Can you do it? Russ goes, okay. Hey, Russ, tonight, Paul George and Kawhi are back. We need to shoot 10 shots. Okay.
Just, again, a solid vet who knows his role. I mean, granted, you know, I'm still paying the jump for calling him Westbrook, but I mean, especially last year, he knows his role and he does whatever the team needs him to do. I mean, you can't fault a guy like that.
No, you cannot. I think, man, they literally are going to have a great team. But here's the thing: you don't know with Kawhi though.
Right. Yeah, Kawhi could wake up one day and just decide he doesn't want to play basketball anymore.
Which, who freaking knows? Hey, I do think it's funny though. He did say last week, like, yeah, I think I can play 82 games. I'm ready to play 82 games. And I'm like, come on, man. Hell's going to freeze over before that happens.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
The day Kawhi plays 82 games again, you better make peace with the good Lord. Because he's coming back that day after. Also, the fact they got Kenyon Martin Jr. for nothing.
Yeah.
They're adding more talent and depth to him and young people. Dude, I'm telling you, they're going to be very good if Kawhi and Paul George stay healthy. Oh, that's a good podcast. You should definitely check out the Paul George podcast. I like that one a lot. You want to go to losers? Do you have any more winners? Oh, let's talk about the Pacers.
Okay. I've got two more winners, but let's talk about the Pacers.
Hit our boy up. He got paid. Oh, Bruce Brown.
Yeah, he did.
Here's the thing. A lot of people said he's literally a Jokic guy. So he got 2 years, $44 million. 45, I'm sorry. But this only one year is guaranteed.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Is it the second year is nothing?
Second year is a team option.
Ooh.
That's definitely a high rate. It's a good payday. Remember, 1 year, $22 million. Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
He's either going to be like Russ. Either go from making $22 million a year to making $4 million a year. There honestly is no in between. But dude, I think the Pacers could have a very scary lineup next year.
Okay.
Granted, Bruce Brown probably their sixth man of the year, or be it him and Benedict Mathurin probably their sixth man. But dude, you're running out a Tyrese Halliburton, a Buddy Hield, Jarrett Walker, Jordan Noro, Aaron Neesmith, the guy that's supposed to be a better shooter than Bane coming out of the draft. Look how that's working.
Yep.
And then Miles Turner if he ever decides he wants to play. But dude, you're looking at a very scary team. That future is looking good on them.
Absolutely.
That's a team that it's going to be a NBA League Pass team for me. Okay, let's hear the rest of your winners.
So real quick, got one more Western Conference and one Eastern Conference. I hate to say it, dude, but I gotta go Golden State as a winner here.
Curious.
They kept Draymond. They kept the whole team together. Really, they kept the band together. They kept Draymond. They signed Corey Joseph.
Corey Joseph hasn't done anything since San Antonio.
Well, yeah, but
Corey Joseph has been relevant since 2009 when he was a third string guy with Manu or with Tony Parker and Patty Mills and Manu.
But they also have found their replacement for Jordan Poole.
Who, Starkey?
Are you going to look at me and tell me that Lester Quinones is not the replacement for Jordan Poole?
Lester's got to get up from a two-way first.
He will. 100% he will.
Dude, if Moses Moody can't even crack the lineup, then...
I think Moses Kuminga and Les are in for a good season.
How about it, Starkey? Are you jumping on the Golden State bandwagon now?
No, not at all. I'm happy for Les. I'm happy for Les, and I hope Kendrick Davis gets the two-way.
Because we'll get on in a second. I think what will happen, KD will get Lester's two-way.
I can see that.
And Lester get up. Here's the thing: people kept saying all KD has to do is get a two-way.
Yes.
And they said that a lot of people believe if he got a two-way, he will have a 8-9 year career in the NBA.
Yeah.
Just because he's a bucket.
Oh yeah.
So who's your other winner?
I'm gonna go.
I don't like the Warriors real fast. Just there's no defense.
Yeah.
So we'll do that for later.
I'm gonna go the Bucks for two reasons. Not who they added, but for who they kept. They kept Brook Lopez, who Houston was going after hard. And even though he is past his prime, he's still a great player for what they're doing in Milwaukee. They kept Chris Middleton.
Wouldn't you say they kind of overpaid extremely for both of them? I think the Middleton one is just kind of like an honor thing.
Yeah.
And then Lopez, that they overpaid for Lopez.
I agree with you on both points.
Oh, wait, though. Lopez is their best offensive player. Oh, my gosh.
I agree with you that both were definitely overpaid, but if you're in Milwaukee, what's your number one priority?
Giannis.
Keeping Giannis happy.
Well, that was also part of Brooks coming back to Milwaukee. Was apparently he said, if you want me, you got to sign Robin. So San Antonio and Houston, like you said, were going hard after Brooks. And then that's the reason why he got paid so much. And then they said, yeah, you gotta sign Robin if you want me. So we got the Lopez twins and the Antetokounmpos in Milwaukee. You know what? Let's bring the holidays together in Milwaukee while we're at it.
Hey.
Former Grizzly great Justin Holiday.
Yeah.
let's get to our losers real fast. We got a few more things to hit on for tonight's episode.
I've only got one loser.
Is it No, I have one more winner. And this is going to tie into our loser, Dylan Brooks.
A perfect segue.
You want to know why? He got the bag.
Because he got an absolute bag.
He got 4 years, $80 million, fully guaranteed contract. No team option, no player option. He got the bag.
He signs his name and gets $80 million.
So, let me guess, your loser is Houston, right?
Absolutely, my loser is Houston.
Okay, are you ready for it? I have a trivia for you. You don't know this. So Dylan Brooks took the most 3-point shots and shots total this year and shot one of the lowest field goal percentages this year, second lowest in the NBA. Who shot the first? Who is the worst?
That would be Mr. Fred VanVleet.
Correct. Fred VanVleet shot 39.3% from the field. Dylan Brooks shot 39% from the field. They signed two players to $220 million contracts.
Yeah.
To literally ruin the development of their future.
Yes.
Dylan Brooks granted they had the worst defensive team in the NBA last year. Dylan Brooks will add defense to. I can tell you what though, if he's not getting his shots, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to shoot.
He wants the ball in his hands at all times.
You have a potential star coming up in Jalen Green. You're in Sagoon and all of them. You're killing yourself. Signing Dylan Brooks.
I don't get it. I mean, unless they just had money burning.
Chris Wallace.
It has to be. There's no other explanation than Chris Wallace.
Oh, can we talk about before we leave it though, dude? He's gonna ruin that team. Here's the thing: if he's getting like his 20 shots a game, what he wants, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
If he's only getting 15, dude, that locker room is gonna be a cancer.
Absolutely, yes.
Hey, but shout out to Fred VanVleet though. The guy literally was a undrafted guy, to now he's making bank.
Yeah.
He's making like almost over $60 million a year.
Yeah.
Or a little. He's making like $55 million a year. Shout out to Fred. That's pretty cool. That's a good story though.
Yeah.
So how about the Grizzlies got a trade though?
Yes, they did. And
over the weekend, we got a Josh Christopher.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he's actually Tayshaun's godson.
Interesting.
Yeah. Godson of Tayshaun, went to Arizona State. I asked the guy who works out of Phoenix for him, I was like, hey, is this guy any good? He's like, he's just a role player in the NBA. He's an ASU fan. He goes, man, he sucked for us. And he's an NBA role player at best. But how about the video that went viral over the weekend?
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten about that till you just said it. Yeah.
Do you think the video's why the bromance got broken up between him and Jalen Green?
Absolutely. They said.
And then what the crap goes on in the locker room?
Has to go, and it's not going to be Jalen Green.
But what the crap goes on in that locker room? I mean,
I don't want to know.
Team bonding, all right, baby. For those who don't know, Google Jalen Green and Josh Christopher video.
Or do yourself a favor and don't. It's up to you.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
And then Bane, we'll go into this real fast. We're getting to Summer League before we close. Bane, were you shocked that he got 207?
Yes, I was.
I thought he was going to get that 180 range, but hear me out, though. I'm cool with it. You will not hear me. I got that shot that had 21 points a game. Would have been an NBA All-Star if it was not for that toe injury.
Yes.
If he did not break his toe and have to miss that, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
He would have been an NBA All-Star this year. And he would have cost us $260.
Yeah. I knew he wasn't going to take a team-friendly deal like Jaren did, but I wasn't thinking that he was going to get as much as Ja was.
The Jaren one, I don't think was more of a team-friendly one, just because Jaren, I don't think he was willing to take it. I think he kind of realized, hey, that's the best I could get right now.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I've had 2 injury-prone seasons. I think he's going year 1. He missed like a quarter of the season. He got shut down towards the end. Next year, he tore his meniscus. He had a good second year, tore his meniscus in the offseason, and then missed literally all of year 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then year 4 came back, signed it beforehand, and it was like, man, I thought maybe having only one good season. Signed it, and then he snapped to be defensive player, or should have won defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Over Marcus Smart. But let's get into Summer League real fast.
Let's do it.
Before we end the show. Dude. What are you liking from our wings so far? Granted, it's Summer League. Let's not buy into the Josh Selby water.
Yeah.
Let's not be drinking the Josh Selby water, sorry.
It is Summer League, and it's not the Summer League. That's what I have to keep reminding myself. But our wings are looking good. I just wish that Jake and Roddy could have a good game at the same time.
So the first night against Philly was on Monday. LaRavia didn't really do that great. But hear me out, though. Vince Williams, 5 of 8 from 3.
Yes.
David Roddy, 4 of 9 from 3.
Yeah.
Dude. And then you got and Kenny Lofton's doing his thing. Kenny Lofton will always be a G Leaguer in my books.
I'm seeing a lot of Vince Williams as like a poor man's DeAnthony Melton.
I can see that. And then last night you had Jake LaRavia had 16 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Jake was looking like his Wake Forest self. Roddy did not have a good shooting night, but Roddy was playing amazing defense.
Yes, he was.
Do you know he was guarding half the time?
Oh, Chet.
Dude. Big body Roddy was holding his ground against Chet Holmgren, a guy that keeps telling everybody, I'm winning Rookie of the Year this year. Stop it.
He'll be lucky to come in third.
He'll come in. He probably will. But here's the thing. He's a big man. He's a 7-footer that can't go in the post. Hear me out. If one thing I think the Grizzlies need to do this year they haven't done in a while is continue to play your main guys like LaRavia, Roddy, all of them. And granted, you're risking one of them getting hurt, but play them in Vegas the whole time. The whole time. Let's bring the chip back.
Yeah.
Continue to play them. I want LaRavia to be, oh my gosh. Roddy's looking great from the corner. Like that. Hey, what did I say those two need to work on? Catch and shoot. Just shooting 1,000 threes a day. And guess what? It is looking like it.
Yeah. If my math is right, which probably not. The Grizz do play tonight. We play the Jazz tonight. But with the Grizz winning game 1, 94-92 over the Sixers, and game 2, 94-86 over Kansas City, I believe.
Kansas City? Okay,
I mean, OKC.
I was about to say, wait, when did Kansas City get a...
You know what I meant. Sorry, I was looking at OKC, but my vision was just focused on the last 2 letters. By virtue of the tiebreakers over both of those teams, because there's only 4 teams playing in Salt Lake City, I think the Grizz are the Salt Lake City champions?
I think they are.
I think so. If we win tonight, we go undefeated.
Hear me out though. How about how bad the Hornets are?
Oh, they're looking rough.
Brandon Miller, dude. Michael Jordan got them one last freaking time. It looks like.
Yeah.
Brandon Miller last night only shot the ball. Here's the thing, dude. Granted, he had 7 assists, but man, you're my second overall wing. You're supposed to be a bucket.
Yes.
You only shot the ball 4 times. Granted, you had 7 assists. I'm all guy, man. Ball movement, great. Dude, hey, man, we drafted you to score.
Yeah. And that's what,
Score.
if you're Brandon Miller, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's kind of like one of those Jaren nights when you're pissed, like, Jaren, you only shot the ball 10 times. Like, what the crap, Jaren?
Yeah.
Brandon Miller shot the ball 4 times. He had more fouls last night. He had 8 fouls to 6 points.
That's insane.
Nick Smith Jr., he's starting to get his form back. But and then on Monday night is when I thought the Hornets have a great summer league team.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, Brandon Miller, Nick Smith Jr., Bryce McGowan's, James Bouknight, 4 guys. You're like, oh, okay, hey, those are pretty good guys right there. Alvin Bailey.
Yeah. They're a really good team on paper.
You're like, okay, hey, this is a team that actually could make some noise. No. They lost by 20 to the Spurs.
The only noise they're making is the ball hitting the rim.
Brandon Miller was 5 of 11. James Book, dude, how about that? Oh, I remember the Bain draft or the Zaire draft. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was the Zaire draft.
James Bouknight rose up draft boards.
Oh yeah,
because he had one shooting clinic at with a team that got leaked that he went like 97 for 100 on 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
Or he may have gone 100 for 100 around the world.
Yeah,
and he went from like late first to lottery and top 10 in some mock drafts. The guy doesn't even see the court on a terrible Hornets team.
I was reading a few weeks ago that Bouknight could actually be in trade talks just to get him some new scenery. I'm not sure it's going to help him. He should have stayed at UConn.
Now, here's the thing, man. I'm always one of those guys. I'm sorry, it was Amari Bailey. I'm sorry. My bad. Amari Bailey. Man, here's the thing. You gotta get the bag when you get the bag. NBA rookie contracts are always guaranteed. Get it.
Breaking news.
Let me pull up this mock draft from the 2021 draft. But man, get it. He got it, and he sucked. He definitely missed on it. Here it is. James Bouknight was predicted by ESPN to go 14th overall. His draft. This was his draft profile. Every NBA team is looking to add a player that has shot creation and shot making powers, offered by Bouknight, who has ample versatility to play in a variety of different roles. Bouknight's scoring instincts and his ability to hit difficult shots off dribble and long-term potential can be attracted to any team in this draft. Like, I can't even play the court. Doesn't even play for a terrible Hornets team. Michael swung. Can we go ahead and just say Michael Jordan is probably one of the worst GMs and owners in the team's history?
I'd say so, yeah.
One episode I think we're gonna do it here in a couple of weeks. We'll do like worst Michael Jordan picks. So how many games do you think Bouknight has played in 2 years?
Oh,
he's had 2 games.
He's been what?
Or 2 seasons. I'm sorry, 2
seasons. I'd say 65.
James Bouknight has played. Oh, you're all right. 65 games. Did you look?
I did not. That was just a guess.
How many starts do you think he's had?
Oh, probably 6. I knew it wasn't many.
He had 0 starts. His career average is 5.1 points per game. This is a guy that you took in the first round, like 10th overall. 11th overall.
11th overall.
This year alone, He averaged 15. He's only averaged 12 minutes per game in his career. He takes 5 shots a game. RIP. Hey, but shout out to my boy Miles Bridges, though, real fast for you in the show. Redemption Tour! That's about to look the best free agent signing of all time. 1 year, $7 million after his 30-game suspension.
Yeah.
Which is only 5 past Jaw. So we didn't have much time to do it tonight because I didn't realize we were already an hour and 15 minutes in the show. But we'll dive more into CFL next week. Starkey, who's your CFL team? We're 4 games in the season.
Toronto. Gotta go the Argonauts.
Ooh. I'm more of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, led by Mr. Zach Corrales. You just want Swag Kelly.
Swag Kelly, DeMonte Coxey, baby.
Stop it. Folks, that's going to do it for tonight's show.
Oh,
you got something?
Real quick, I got some breaking news. Woj bomb.
Dame?
Well, it's not a bomb.
Is it Dame?
It's
Dame
not
to Miami.
It's not Dame. The Memphis Grizzlies are trading 3 second-round picks to the Phoenix Suns for 2 first-round pick swaps and Isaiah Todd. The seconds are 2025 via the Pelicans and Memphis 2028 and 2029 picks.
So we're trading. Why are we adding players?
I don't know. But we're trading the 2025 second from New Orleans and our own 28-29 seconds for 2 first-round pick swaps in 2024 and 2030 and Isaiah Todd.
So here we go. Isaiah Todd was drafted 31st overall in the 2021 NBA draft. He is a power forward, 6'10", 220. Played at North Carolina. Where did he play? Where did he play? I think it's in North Carolina. It's loading. Sorry. He did not play. He went to the G League Ignite.
Okay.
His career averages are he's played in 18 games, 1.6 points per game.
So probably a hustle guy.
Definitely a hustle guy. For sure. Him and Josh Chris. Hey, the hustle gonna be good next year.
Yeah, they will.
With Frankie Ferrari, baby. Should have KD, but no, we have Jacob Gilliard. Woo! So folks, we had a Woj bomb, did it, but real fast, we got to end right here. We're going to end it on this topic. Where does Dame end up? It's pretty much known now. Memphis?
Yeah, I wish. No, he's going to take his talents to South Beach.
I mean, you heard what he told his agent today.
What his agent is telling other teams. Yeah.
Yeah, his agent is telling people do not trade for us.
He said if you trade for Dame, you're getting an unhappy player.
Hear me out though. Like, if I'm Portland, I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, they could get so much more, like, from a Utah team or a San Antonio.
Yeah.
You get you go to Miami, you're gonna get Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and then late first-round draft picks.
Yep.
You take him, you send him to Utah or San Antonio, you get multiple first-round draft picks that are going to be very good. And young players who are unproven, but guess what it gives you? Salary cap.
Yep.
To be aggressive. So it's kind of like that, we didn't get into it, but we'll do it real fast. The Kyle Kuzma and the Jeremy Grant trade or signs. Max contracts. A lot of people said those are stupid trades. No, it's not. It's actually real genius. Kevin O'Connor said, I believe it. It all made perfect sense. Those are assets. You're protecting your biggest assets. Why let Jeremy Grant or Kyle Kuzma leave for nothing, where if there's a GM that says, oh my gosh, hey, we're a wing away from being like second round playoff team or a third round playoff team. Hey, Washington, can we have Kyle Kuzma? We'll give you 2 players on expiring contracts and a first rounder. So Kyle Kuzma's going to freaking Memphis. It's like Memphis or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Where do you think Harden ends up?
The Harden is the one that I don't know.
You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'd say Houston, but I don't think they can afford him.
They can't.
I don't
There's
know.
not enough ball. There's only 1 ball in the court.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's going to be the fun one to watch.
I think nobody's going to take him for his all. He's going to stay in Philly.
I can see it.
Nobody else wants him. We'll stay in tune to it, folks. We'll see you back better than ever next week. Y'all be safe, and Shark Week is 2 weeks away.
We'll see you guys.
Bye.